Little Red Door really is about, I think, giving the door of hope to people who are without income or insurance and who have cancer. We do that in three important ways. One is a whole department of patient services. So we provide transportation for folks who can't get to their chemotherapy. We provide nutritional supplements. We provide certain medical supplies. We have this wonderful Little Red Door boutique for women who have lost their hair. If they've had a mastectomy, they can have a prosthesis. We have Camp Little Red Door in that department. It just provides a lot of services to people with cancer, again, who are without income or insurance. The other area is our screening and detection, which screens and detects for breast cancer, prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, cervical cancer, and oral cancer. In fact, our flagship program is our mammography assistance program, which is the only program here in the state that will take a woman from a clinical breast exam or a screening mammogram all the way through any kind of diagnostic procedure necessary to identify the abnormality and get her into treatment. And then the third area is education. It's very important to educate our clients and the community about cancer, about warning signs, about ways that they can take responsibility for their health. So in those three areas, Little Red Door serves, on the average, 10,000 to 12,000 people every year. Some people say Little Red Door is the best kept secret. We don't want it to be a secret anymore. We want people to drive by our building and see the logo and know that something really good goes on there. We want people to know that the money is going to be used wisely and that they're actually helping us to be there in the future. We're 61 years old, and we got here 61 years because of this community support and because of a team of dedicated folks through 6 decades, and we want that to continue. We're about hope and making lives whole again.
I had had no warning whatsoever. It was a shock to me when I went for my mammogram and there was a problem. I just called and kind of said, this is what's going on, and they said, we can help. I kind of was flabbergasted. Immediately I thought, oh, thank you God, thank you God, thank you God. It means I can go through this surgery and not have to worry. I sure did not expect the Little Red Door to do what they did, and I know that the Little Red Door is a name, and behind the name are hundreds of people that reach in their pocket to give, and they give to people that they don't know, but I'm one of those people, and all I can tell you is thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this easier.
I'm a survivor of the cancer myself, but then my son was diagnosed at the age of 19 also. That was back in March of 2004. He had colon, liver, lung, and by that time when we found it, it was already stage 4. It was full blown. He passed at age 20, at March 20th of this year. If it wasn't for the Little Red Door, I don't know where I would be right now with my colostomy supplies, supportive groups. I don't know how I could ever repay them.
Little Red Door is providing that hope when they provide the nutrition, when they provide the wigs. That gets you out of the house. The socialization is a big part. You need to go out and to be able to feel good about yourself. They provide things like places to go for the makeup. The people at Little Red Door are positive, caring, they're sympathetic, they're empathetic, always helpful, always helpful. There's a sunshine in their voice that will remove a depression. If you're calling and if you're depressed, the person that answers the phone always has a sunny side, and you are not alone in the fight.
It's helpful when there is someone that can listen to you and give you some information that you might otherwise not get. Just being able to be heard, basically. Just being heard. I didn't expect to cry, but it's important because you feel alone. You don't think anyone wants to be bothered because a part of it is fear. People are afraid, and they ought not be. It's just something that the patient is going through, and I never once, I'm crying now because I'm overwhelmed. Actually, I'm very grateful to be here. The greatest gift the Little Red Door gave me was hope.
Shortly after having the operations and the radiation treatment, so forth and so on, I had to have a PEC tube inserted in my stomach, so I had to have insurance boost for protein. And the hospital told me to come here, and quite naturally I did, and they accepted me into the program. And I couldn't have asked for a better organization nowhere. I mean, everybody has been kind, making sure that I got transportation to and from the hospital and to the radiologist. They had my back, and that made me feel good to know that somebody did care. You are part of a family. You're not a body. You're not a social security number. You are a person. There are organizations that's trying to help people overcome a situation that sometimes is hopeless, but there's always hope here.
The Little Red Door immediately helped me with helping me pay my rent. They also provided transportation for me for my chemo, transportation for me to get to the support group where I could meet with my friends who also was going through what I was going through. The emotional support basically meant to me that I could kind of more or less focus on my treatment, on my recovery, because I felt like the Little Red Door had my back, so to speak.
When I found out I had prostate cancer, I wanted to give up. My doctor kept saying, go to the Little Red Door, and then other people that had cancer, and they would tell me to go to the Little Red Door. And so when I did go, it was beautiful. Everybody at Little Red Door respects you, and you're a human being. They think about people, and they care about people. Some places you can go and say, I have cancer, and they said, oh, I'm sorry, I'll get in touch with you. Not the Little Red Door, they stay in touch, they call. And at one time I couldn't come to get my insure. I called the Little Red Door, and they had people to come and drop it off at my door. It's a very loving organization, and every time I come through that door, I am greeted well. And everybody got a smile on their face, and when I leave here, I'm smiling.
You just have no idea how far that $1, that $1,000, whatever you're giving means to people. It's hope.